Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Boruto chapter number 32, and oh boy, are we getting somewhere good. I am enjoying Boruto overall so much. Ever since they got out of the movie stuff and started doing all the original content, it's been really great. I love the robot ninjas, the plotline that Kawaki's gonna heel turn. I love everything about it. I'm enjoying this a lot, and the manga I honestly think is doing a lot better than the show, although I get why the show's doing what it's doing, and I haven't really watched it, to be honest. The manga, on the other hand, is bangers, is doing awesome. I have been enjoying this a lot, and I've been wanting to talk about it a lot. So, we are in the middle of a fight between Naruto, the Hokage, and this Kara person, lady, I think her name is Delta, and they're just going at it. This is the first big fight for Naruto in the core part of the Boruto story. I guess he had a little bit of a fight in the Scarlet whatever, the side story with where Sakura gets kidnapped by that Uchiha guy and whatever, which was cool, but this is the first main fight between him and somebody else during the main core Boruto experience, so it's really cool to see him back in action, and he's not disappointing. He is weaving and bobbing, and he's doing all kinds of stuff, and he's really good. It's 100% clear that he is just he knows what he's doing. He is a Hokage. He is all about everything that he needs to do. He can take on really tough opponents, and that's clear in this fight right now, because Delta is clearly not a pushover, but he's basically in control overall. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about this fight, other than the fact that it is just a really, really cool fight between Delta shooting off lasers and using her ninja tech or whatever that she has implanted in her body, and Naruto firing off like a lava Rasen Shuriken, and it's just some really cool acrobatics and fighting and martial arts in general. But other than that, I want to talk about Boruto specifically, and I get where he's coming from. He is worried about his dad. It seems, at the very least, from his perspective, that maybe, at the very least, they're evenly matched, but maybe he could use an edge and need a little bit of help. Kawaki brings up a good point that Naruto's just basically gauging Delta. He's not going full on. He's trying to get her away from Kawaki, Boruto, and Himawari. He's just basically trying to get them away from the kids and direct her attacks elsewhere, and then he's gonna wait for an opening to when he can really hit her hard. And the part of the problem is that, like, she's got I think it's her eyes that absorb jutsu, so he can't just randomly start throwing out jutsu all over the place, because then he'll be basically supplying her with energy, and it's a very strategic fight, and Boruto's just not quite getting that. But Kawaki makes the point that he is in full control almost, and he's just basically waiting for his time to strike. On the side of their fight, Delta has this weird ability. Well, not weird, but because by everybody else's standards, give me a break. But she basically sends out these lasers that they can degrade the cellular structure or something like that of whatever it hits or whatever she hits. Presumably, maybe it's a biochemical thing. I don't know. But presumably it affects more organic things rather than like a rock, or I don't know. Either way, if Naruto gets hit by it, he's pretty much dead or in a lot of trouble. So he needs to stay focused, and at the same time, it's clear that it uses up a lot of her energy and a lot of her chakra, so he's trying to get her to fire off a bunch of lasers and do whatever to use up all of her energy so that he can basically knock her down. I think this is a really cool idea, because it's like, again, it clearly shows that Naruto has some real growth going on over the years. He's in his 30s? 40s? I don't know how old he is, but he's in his late ages, and he's clearly learned a thing or two, and while he can be goofy Naruto still, he has definitely matured into a fully grown adult that knows what he's doing and doesn't need to be told otherwise. So it's really cool to see him doing that, and that Kawaki kind of is picking up on that and knows kind of, I feel like Kawaki is I feel like while Boruto sure has had his fair share of experiences and has some combat experience and it's a little bit worldly to some degree for a young kid, Kawaki has definitely seen a lot more of what's going on in the world, and I feel like he's got a little bit of a leg up on that kind of worldliness and maturity, I guess, to some degree. It's cool to see that Boruto has another person around that can help him see things from a different point of view and maybe understand the finer points of tactics and strategy, even from the sidelines. Of course, that doesn't really change much for Boruto, and he still fires off it's one of his disappearing Rasengan, which I love. I love his twist on Rasengan. It's so cool. So cool. So, so, he sends one flying at her to kind of help Naruto, but that really kind of backfires. She absorbs it, and then she basically just darts towards Himawari. And kidnaps her, well, briefly anyways, and throws her up in the air and is like, you know what? Hey, you just gave me a great idea. If I can't hit him while he's jumping around, I might as well give him something that he was somewhere in a situation that he can't dodge. So she throws Himawari up in the sky, and obviously Naruto's going to have to go catch her, and that's basically Delta's chance to hit him with her degrading laser things. And the end of the chapter is basically a big explosion. You think that maybe Naruto and Himawari got hit with this laser, and Naruto's going to be down for the count. But in the end, it turns out that Kawaki jumped up to save them and used his own ninja tech whatever arm thing and to block it. I don't know whether he's going to lose an arm or whether it's going to be the kind of thing where it's just like, oh, maybe he can just, I don't know, shed off that big piece and it won't degrade him. But either way, he's on the ground. He's like, oh, he makes a sly remark about, I guess we're even with the vase that he broke a few chapters ago. And Boruto's like, really? That you're going to make jokes right now? We're kind of in the middle of something right now. Delta's not having any of this. She's pretty pissed. And she's like, you guys are jerks. Every time. I'm sick of it. And that's the end of the chapter. Overall, I'm enjoying this. I'm hoping that maybe they do a little bit more, a little bit something different, sort of, in terms of their fight next chapter, because it's not that I'm not enjoying Naruto fighting Delta, but I definitely think that they need to maybe switch gears a little bit to kind of help progress the story along a little bit more. Kawaki's down. I doubt that he's going to have any kind of interactions going forward. Boruto's definitely going to have to protect him and Himawari now, and I think Boruto's going to feel bad going forward. I think that is a huge thing that's going to happen going forward, and I'm hoping that they don't ham it up a bit more. Boruto's often shown in a very apologetic, sad state over his dumb mistakes, and I want it to be more of he learns from it quickly and is like, I'm going to do something good with this, rather than just like the next few chapters him being like mopey and angry and sad and whatever. So I'm hoping it doesn't go that route. But overall, he's going to have to do something and kind of help protect Kawaki now that he's hurt and help protect Himawari. And Naruto, I assume, is going to keep being a badass. So, yeah, I'm enjoying this overall. I enjoyed this last chapter so much. It's weird because these chapters are like almost 40 pages or so, but they almost seem like they go by really quickly. And that's both a sad thing and a really good thing, because if the chapter goes by quickly, that means it's ideally a really good chapter. So I'm enjoying this overall. I'm enjoying Boruto and his experiences. I'm really scared about the whole Kashin, whatever his face is. I'm sure he'll show up maybe in the next chapter or so. I don't know what's going on with that. The whole context of him being maybe Jiraiya, which I don't know. We don't know for sure, but between him using frogs and being able to get into Konoha without being detected, I don't know. Either way, I enjoyed this chapter specifically. I am enjoying the Naruto fight with Delta. I want to see more of Naruto up until the point where he basically gets dealt with or something. I don't know, whenever Kawaki takes care of him. Up until that point, I want to see more Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and all of the old people having some limelight. Like, obviously, it's still the new generation's show or whatever, but I do want to see them have some good moments because they're not dead yet. Well, I enjoyed this chapter overall, and I thought it was very good. If you enjoyed it too, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments section, and remember to leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, remember to subscribe and ring the bell, because I would like you to see more of my videos, and you'll get the notifications if you do that. That's all I gotta say about this chapter overall. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.